We have our information on it, and there are other people's information on it too, who are arriving at later times. So basically their first, last names, birthdays, sex, and passport numbers. Why would they send us a piece of paper that has all these other people's information? I don't know. We are going to, drum roll, so Vietnam. I need to take off my glasses because of the reflection. The flash is too much and I cannot focus on the camera. I wish I could have done this video during the day, but the energy is in right now. So I want to share with you the headache that I have to face for this trip, which is completely worth it. So where do we start? As a Canadian citizen, I'm not spared from the headaches of visas, because you know only a few countries we need visa before arrival. Well, they give it to you upon arrival, but you gotta have it, the information, especially before you get there. So we have to start with, you go on the website and they give you a detailed email about it, and the website is just very clear. So you have your passport, making sure that it is not anywhere close to expiry, and you still have enough pages in it, of course, for them to stamp you. Clear photos, recent photos actually. So we are doing this process from Singapore, and it's expensive. Anyway, so from the website, it's clear that you need, the flash is not doing me any favor right now because I can't see. They send you, first apply. So of course you have to apply for the visa, and in hopes that it works out. You do that online, and then they send you a confirmation letter within 2 days. And that confirmation letter basically says this person has signed up for this thing, they paid for it, they're allowed to come in. First step. So you get your confirmation. We printed it off at some passport place there. The funny thing about it is I thought it was going to be a confirmation letter like blah, 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 is, welcome into Vietnam. I get it. And it's basically a thing with a bunch of people's information on it. And we have our information on it. And there are other people's information on it too, who are arriving at later times. So basically their first, last names, birthdays, sex, and passport numbers. Why would they send us a piece of paper that has all these other people's information? I don't know. Most importantly, we got the stamp. So this is a stamp of approval for entering the country. That was one of the steps. And then on top of that, you need your application. So the application is basically what grants you the visa upon arrival. And on it, you have your passport photo. So, like again, no printer at home, so all this just costs. Went and got the passport photos. And the passport photo itself is a 4x6, and luckily we got it also on DVD, so for future printouts, not too bad. And then they need your confirmation flights for departure. They need to know if you're leaving their country. So printed that off too. And the reason why everything is all, you know, hard copy is because sometimes when you get up to the desk, a lot of people are okay with things being on the phone and screenshots and whatever, but I guess for Vietnam you just gotta have, you know, the paper ready, and so that it's easy for you. And then we heard that they do not accept debit. So I was out here already like, oh, let me go with my cards. We're gonna take out money here. They accept US dollars, so my bank will be feeling it, because US versus Canadian, what I get charged, it'll be a lot more. And the process itself is costly, but when you enter the country, it's actually quite cheap, so you make up for it. Because sometimes with other countries, you enter for free, stamp on arrival. By the time you leave the airport, taxis or public transportation, hotels, food, everything, you're like, damn. But for Vietnam, it's just the process that has cost the most. And besides that, we'll just have to get packing. Yeah. So here on the Vietnamese visa application form, we've got your typical information, your name, your birthday, visa, blah, blah, blah. We have your nationality at birth. I always get looked at like, oh, Canadian, okay, place of birth. But certain immigration officials, like, they just get it, you know, not all people who say they're from Canada are fair skinned. So, your nationality at birth, your current nationality, so at least I have the passport, so I hope that's enough answers. Your religion, it matters over there, I guess. And then typical, your occupation, your employer, the address of the employer, and then for some reason down at the bottom they're asking for your family members, but it doesn't specify whether or not that's if you're bringing somebody. But yet on the other page, it's asking if you're bringing somebody. So I'm like, I don't know, just leave it empty. But again, when you're going into a country that you've never been to and you don't have any word on these processes, it's like, do I leave it empty? Do I fill it out? I don't know. But that part's in, and just typical, why are you here? When are you leaving? And posts. It's straightforward. Good luck filling yours in if you're going to Vietnam. But this is exciting. In less than 24 hours. It's the time on the clock. We'll be landing actually in less than 24 hours. So that's like Vietnam, baby. And then since Ho Chi Minh is like right beside Phnom Penh, so maybe we might even enter Cambodia. You never know. Oh my gosh, the excitement is real. Especially because I've been wanting to go to a new country in so long. Like, I always go back to countries I've been to, but this trip I get to go back to Japan and back to Malaysia, possibly Thailand, back to Singapore. So it's like, it's good to just get a new country in, and because it's so close to the other, like, why not? Like a 2-hour flight from Singapore to Ho Chi Minh or Saigon is really, really nice. So yeah, thanks for watching, and you can watch the other video of me packing and see what I am bringing with me for this trip. So bye.